Sexually Educated with your host, Amber Rose Bentley.
And Brandon Storms.
Jaros will be joining us a little bit later today.
Slacker.
Yeah, slacker, right? Working that good life. Anyway, so tonight we're going to be talking about cheating. Cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater. Had a wife and didn't keep her. Anyways, I don't know. I made that up. It's clever, right?
Did you make that off the top of your head?
I mean, it's like a little like kid thing, so a little bit.
I was going to say, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool. I'd like to think so.
You're totally straight, right?
Her compliments are gone for the night.
Ouch! Oh. Well, my tits are out and everything.
And they look amazing.
Thanks. I thought so too. I was looking.
She'll call me out on it at least once.
At least
Everybody call in and compliment her tits tonight.
Yes,
oh, exactly.
please.
See, don't not compliment me. That's what I'm talking about. Let's keep this going. I like how this energy is playing out tonight. Anyway, so we're gonna talk about that, but we're gonna first start off with a little news, sex in the news, or sexually related activity. That's honestly, this is the real reason he won't let you leave being a producer. He's like, I don't want you touching my stuff. Really, I like to be a part of the show.
So much fun.
Yeah, but again, I'm off camera.
Oh, okay. It doesn't matter.
We don't want to scare away your viewers.
Oh, I mean, true, but I'm just kidding. Ouch. Does that hurt a little bit?
Not as much as you passing me on Tinder.
Oh, ouch. And he brings it up. Oh my gosh. Can I just say that we look so much better right now? Like,
we do.
Congratulations, Chris, on being Chris and Gary.
Yeah, thanks,
Gary,
guys.
for being great producers. I just want to say thank you to you guys.
But
we
check
do
it out.
look awesome.
Wait for it.
Oh,
look how pretty that looks.
Yeah. Look,
man.
these guys are awesome. Seriously, they're for us. They're here for us. They're doing great things. Anyway, so let's get started with some sex in the news. So, Utah orders state agencies not to honor same-sex marriages.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
I agree.
Utah has ordered state offices not do anything that would recognize more than 1,000 same-sex marriages performed in the 2 weeks before the U.S. Supreme Court put a temporary halt to gay nuptials. The state is not declaring those unions void, but it said agencies should take no action that would give any legal recognition to them.
Man.
Please understand this position is not intended to comment on the legal status of those same-sex marriages. That is for the courts to decide. Derek Miller, chief of staff to the governor Gary Herbert, wrote a memo Wednesday. The intent of this communication is to direct state agencies' compliance with current laws that prohibit the state from recognizing same-sex marriages. Sounds cool. The directive came as a blow to many newlyweds who won't be able to file joint state tax returns or proceed with second-parent adoptions. It's like getting the big piece of chocolate cake and never getting to eat it, said Amy Fowler, 35. An attorney stood on the line.
Headphones up.
This lady
I can't hear me.
Said Amy Fowler, 35, an attorney who stood on the line for 8 hours to marry partner Pidge Winburn, 37. It was one thing when we didn't even have those rights. We knew it wasn't a possibility, she said. Then these doors open and you have to start to plan things and you start to have the sense of empowerment. Then you get the thing and you get the things everyone gets and it gets taken away from you. And that is really hard.
Yeah, that's, I don't know.
I'll finish this. Hold on.
Yeah,
a federal judge
please.
ruling on December 20th declared the heavily Mormon state's voter-approved ban on gay marriages unconstitutional, and hundreds of couples rushed to get licenses. On Monday, the Supreme Court issued an emergency order putting a hold on new marriages until the 10th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals rules on the case. A deadline has been set for the end of February for briefs to be filed in the case. According to the governor's memo, any state recognition that has been given so far remains in effect, but no new actions can be taken. For example, if a same-sex married couple previously changed their names on new driver's licenses, those licenses should not be revoked. If the same couple seeks to change their names on their driver's license now, the law does not allow the state agency to recognize the marriage. Therefore, the new driver's license cannot be issued. Well, that could have come at a freaking worse time.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, like, oh, hey, by the way, you get this, but we're going to take it away. Or like, hey, you guys can be married, but you don't have any of the legal things. So
like, it's basically
cool,
like
right?
It's not real. It's like a monopoly marriage.
Yeah, it's like when you're a little kid and you walk to the
house.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's play house and get married. Okay, done.
You two, you guys look like you can get married. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
No benefits.
That's so
though.
Ridiculous.
It's more ridiculous that they let this go through, and now that they're going, like, they're backing and like, oh, hey, wait a minute, we're Utah. You can have 10 wives, but women and women can't marry each other.
Yeah,
but hey, they can bang the same dude at the same time. That's cool, right? I mean, it's the logic behind.
I'm
I'm not opposed to that.
Oh my gosh, you wouldn't be. You wouldn't be. Let's just say
Have
that.
10 wives. I'm
Yeah.
all down. I'm all down for 10 wives.
10 wives, yeah, but you can't marry guys. So
Well,
I mean,
I'm
I'm
not
still
gonna
okay with
complain
that.
about
I mean,
Not
But
that it's bad,
I
it's
mean,
not my
I was
thing.
telling her, my ex-girlfriend, her sister is actually getting married, and she has to get married in obviously a state that allows gay marriages. But Ohio is one of the few states that recognizes those licenses. Which I didn't know that.
well, I'm just gonna say total bullshit on everything. Like, okay, how can you tell? This is all I'm saying. Two consenting adults that they
Yeah.
cannot get married.
I,
It's like, hey, by the way, oh, you know what? I don't like the way your face looks. You can't marry him.
it's just because of the way like the world has been molded over years. You know what I'm saying? Like I think our generation is definitely going to change that.
I mean, I hope
You
so
understand what I'm
because,
saying?
like, the thing is, like, we don't talk politics on here at all because
No,
I'm
no.
not about that life. But when you mix that, is clearly what it is, mixing religion with politics, and that's the problem there. But again,
It's
Utah.
just like pro-choice and all this other
But okay, but
bullshit
Utah,
that happens in
like,
politics. You know
Utah
what I'm saying?
is like freaking. They should definitely like be down for this.
Yeah,
Not like
yeah.
understandable. It's a huge Mormon thing, a huge Mormon state. So obviously that's
It
why they're
shouldn't
not
matter.
huge Christian. Blah blah blah. Yeah, that doesn't matter. But they're getting away with so much leniency anyway with all their freaking wives. Like according
what
to
happened
federal.
to the Constitution?
According to federal law, you're only allowed to have one wife.
According.
But, according. So what the hell? Why won't you let another woman have another woman as a wife? I
I mean,
just
you're
don't
also
understand.
allowed freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom to express yourself. But apparently, that doesn't apply anymore either.
I mean, we're not getting into politics.
I
Because
mean, I'm just
but
saying.
because we could go
But
on
you,
about
but you
this.
get what I'm saying.
I know. I
though?
completely understand.
Like,
You're
it
like,
doesn't make any
This
sense.
would never happen underneath Clinton's administration.
Monica Lewinsky should have been.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman,
all I'm
As
saying.
he's getting blown in the Oval
but I
Office.
did have an inappropriate relationship with Miss Lewinsky.
Yeah, right.
That is
I don't know if
awesome.
a blowjob counts as an appropriate relationship. He's just feeding her.
Oh. And we'll get into that later.
Yeah. I'm just saying. She wanted breakfast. He gave it
Yes.
to her.
I got some fun facts
Breakfast
for you
in
folks
bed.
today.
Breakfast in bed. Anyways, so I mean, I really just, I don't know. I just feel like we can't or shouldn't tell anyone who the hell they should marry.
No,
or
I totally agree.
Put restrictions on it. And for the fact that they already let it go through, they're like, hey, by the way, you have these licenses. We're getting them through. People are actually going through adoption processing and everything like that. They're trying to make a family. And then all of a sudden, hey, you got to stop there because it doesn't count anymore. Guess what? We took away your chips. There we go.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
That's so ridiculous. It's like almost like it's like playing house. You're playing house, literally.
Yeah.
Just with a piece of paper.
Exactly. And the best part is it comes right before federal tax season, so they can't file jointly or have any of
Yeah,
those
like
benefits.
do they
or
not
anything
realize
like
that it makes a difference? Like that makes a difference in people's money and livelihood, and like if you have a house
Your
or a
health,
mortgage,
your-
your health insurance, like that make like there's so many factors that factor into marriage. It's stupid.
Oh yeah, and it's a piece of paper, but yeah, exactly.
But and like for you to take that away just because of someone's sexual orientation, honestly, it makes me angry. Like that is one thing that I'm very passionate about. Honestly, I'm not gay.
I
but-
mean, I beg to differ, but I mean that's a
All
different
right, maybe a
conversation.
little bit, but
I saw you and Chris earlier. I saw the way you Googled that.
Dude, you weren't supposed to tell her.
dude, man, did you tell her?
I didn't tell her.
I didn't tell her.
I saw it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I know.
Now,
But
it's on
mean,
YouTube.
But like that is one thing.
True
Like
story.
I'm really big on just like freedom of being able to express yourself and just do you. You know what I'm saying? And that is one thing. Like with gay marriages in America, I just have a really big problem with. Like it just makes no sense to me. I don't understand what the big deal is.
Allowing someone to be themselves.
So
yeah.
what? Another vagina likes another vagina. Another penis likes another penis. I mean, shit.
Teach their own.
Yeah, to each their own. You got it. Different strokes for different folks. Literally.
No, it goes different strokes. Different. I always feel like that should be a porn title. Different strokes, different folks.
Oh,
Shouldn't it be?
That's our next venture. Porn, we're gonna be porn producers.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
How sick would that be?
I
That
would
be
totally.
so dope.
But I could be the fluffer too.
You would be an excellent fluffer.
Should
I'd
be-
be the best fluffer. I wouldn't be in
Don't
the porn.
hype her head.
I
Come
would, yeah.
on.
No, let's be real. I wouldn't be in the porn. I'm not that hot. But
I beg to differ.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You have nice tits.
I do, but that no one is just gonna watch porn for
Alright.
tits. We'll get over that. Anyways, I'll be a fluffer. I'll be behind this. I'll produce and fluff. Like I'll be like, I'll give the blowjobs. Yeah, I'll eat the vagina. You know, anyone needs to get aroused. I
Yeah.
got you. I got you on that. But the rest of it, I mean,
No little blue pill.
I can write.
Just give him the
I can
amber.
write the music for it.
yeah, right. Chicka, wow, wow.
No, it'll be some like epic score.
Oh yeah.
Some, like, you know.
He's
that would
gonna-
be so dope.
What is it
Yeah.
called? The
That'd be
Woodies.
awesome.
He's gonna. he's gonna win score of the year at the Woodies.
Oh,
Yes.
that'd be so awesome.
It's gonna be like a John Williams type thing.
Your trophy's this large black cock.
Oh my god,
Yes.
we're going there.
It's
We-
gonna be it's gonna be a lightsaber in the shape of a penis.
You would. I'm just saying. This is how this
Only
shit.
Chris would have some shit like
Yeah,
that.
right.
It fucking like it just.
Really, that works?
I'm sorry, but it just like grows.
It's like the
just,
fifth time you said
Just,
it.
just
Is it?
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh, it's just like with Rex, it comes out like a lifesaver. That would be pretty awesome though.
Yes.
Lights up.
It would. And it'd definitely be blue.
It would definitely be the balls at least.
He already.
Anyways, back to so we're done talking about
Yeah, people
Well,
are
let's-
like, "What the hell are they talking about?"
these random people just talking.
Lifesaver penises and whatnot.
Who
I
the
can't
hell let
take
these
this.
people have a show? Who let these people have a show?
I agree.
All they
Talkwad
talk
Studios,
Yeah.
baby.
Ah.
You're welcome. All they do is talk about random shit and boobs. Anyway, so now we're getting to cheating. Why we
Yes.
cheat? Is cheating beneficial? That's the big question.
Ooh, depends.
Okay, well, I do. Well, people do
I'm
like
just
to say
kidding.
it really is supposed like it could be beneficial, which is crazy to think of. But anyways, we'll start with you. Let's get some statistics
All
out
right,
there.
yeah. So we're gonna throw some statistics. Statistics.
Obviously, you were really good in school.
Don't judge me. I was a straight A. I was honors in AP actually.
Okay, continue on.
Just saying.
I mean, and they say the Florida education system's bad.
Oh,
I'm just gonna make that noise whenever I insult someone.
Man,
It's
I'm
cute.
really pissed. All right, so I only have a few on my phone. So for people who are like, I don't want you reading off your phone, I'm sorry. I apologize. I already wrote them down. All right, so it is estimated that 30 to 60% of all married individuals will engage in infidelity at some point in their
What's that
marriage.
percentage?
30 to 60%.
Damn.
Which actually, if you think about it, is pretty generous, seeing how the divorce rate is 54%.
Continue.
Just saying. All right. And then also the percentage of marriages where one of both adults admit cheating in their marriage is 41%, where they actually admit it.
Okay.
Okay. Percentage of men who admit committing infidelity in a relationship is 57%. And women, it was 54%.
Yeah, we just don't tell.
Yeah, of course.
Zing.
All right, and then the percentage, which I thought this was really low, and this was really interesting, the percentage of married men who have strayed, just like strayed, went to a bar, talked to a girl, got her phone number, maybe got a blowjob or something, was 22%. Just 22.
Wait,
where they
wait,
actually
wait.
like strayed away from their, like where they've like just strayed away from their like significant other and just like went for a real quick hookup or something.
And then went back.
And then went back, yeah.
Well, how does that differ from the infidelity at all?
Because it was just the way they kind of explained. I don't know. It was the way they explained it.
It's not as serious.
Yeah, it's not as serious.
Like
exactly.
it's just like maybe not
Like
a blowjob,
straight.
but like maybe not a blowjob,
Like-
but like talk to another girl
yeah,
or
like
something.
let's say like
Sexed or something.
Yeah, exactly like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
And it was only 14% for women, which I thought that was extra
Again,
interesting.
we don't tell on ourselves.
Yeah. All right. Percentage
Sorry,
of
man.
men/women who have had an affair with a coworker, 36%.
Ooh, I have a story.
Oh man, I've had sex with a coworker, but I've never had an affair.
We'll stop there. Hold on, I'll tell a story.
All right, shoot.
Mother
Let's
goose
hear
time.
it.
Mother goose time. Okay, so if you were in the studio last, well, he wasn't here. Anyways, there was a guy that was here with me last week. He was watching the show.
Oh,
A friend.
yeah.
He's a friend. Now, back in the day when I was engaged, and my ex cheated on me all the time.
All the time.
All the time. Like, I'm not kidding. I sucked at life. So after 3.5 years, I started hooking up with a guy I worked with, who is the guy that was sitting in the studio last week.
Which is weird. All right.
Don't judge me. He looked different then. It was a different situation. I was a different
All
person.
right, continue.
Regardless. Anyways, so back in the day, I hate you. Go screw yourself. He saw him. He's not great. Stop. You're judging me too. It was like 4 years ago.
All right. Anyways, continue.
I
I see
didn't
the
say a
guys you get.
word.
I see the guys you get now. So I'm not judging you.
Can I get a pat on the back for the guys I get now? Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay, we won't judge me on that. Okay, anyway, yeah. Anyways, so we'll go. I hate you so much. Anyways, so I hook up with him and we work together. And everyone at work thought we only hooked up once. We were like consistently hooking up for 9 months straight.
Wow.
We were so good at hiding it. I didn't tell anyone. No one I worked with, except for my best friend I worked with, knew that I was hooking up with him. He's the one that told everyone.
Of course.
He told, like, got drunk and said something that, like, someone was like, oh, I'd like to see, da-da-da. And he's like, oh, I had sex with her. And they're like, what? And they all thought it was only happening one time.
That's all. That's like a guy high five moment. Like, yeah, man.
Okay. But then when when my ex like found out or whatever, made this huge deal about it and all this shit with work and everything like that, everyone at work's like, wait a minute, you guys were banging this whole time? I thought it was like a one-time thing. I was like, no, we were consistently hooking up for 9 months. Yeah. My bad on that. But yeah, someone I work with, it definitely sucked for work. But it was like convenient because I would be like, oh, honey, I'm going to work. And then I'd go over to that guy's house and bang him. And then I'd go to work. Or after work, I'd be like, oh, everyone's going out for drinks after work. And then I'd go home and like on my way home, I'd bang him.
Yeah.
And then he deserved it.
For 9 months.
For 9 months. Don't judge me.
You know,
I see the judgment all over your faces. I don't like it.
I found out. I was like I told you, I talked to my ex recently.
Yeah.
For the first time. Anybody watched it last week? No, this was that my ex hates me, but there's been some crazy circumstances.
Continue.
But anyways, I was talking to her, and apparently she got really drunk and cheated on her current boyfriend. Yeah, which I never knew. But I asked her straight up. I was like, I don't care if this. I was like, but have you ever cheated on me? Like, just curious, because I for some reason I don't know what made me ask that, and she said no. I was really surprised.
I mean, I don't think she would tell you anyway.
Yeah.
Really? You don't think so?
I mean,
I told her that
I
told her I got blown before I asked her. I got
you're trying to like ease her into it, but then okay, listen. But if she would have told you, she would have been the bad guy. It's like you're the bad guy now. Yeah, you're the bad guy. Just so you know, you're the bad guy.
I actually had a girl once who asked
baloney.
me. She asked me once if I ever cheated on her. I never once cheated on her. She asked me if I cheated on her. I said no, I never cheated on her.
Is getting head considered cheating?
Yes.
Yes. To them, it is.
To them, ouch, that hurts.
And
really?
Heck, going to dinner with them and doing nothing else to them is cheating.
That is cheating. That's emotionally cheating.
No,
What?
it's meaning for dinner.
There's no what?
Unless it's your friend. Unless it's a friend. If this is some
Come
biddy
on.
you met off of the online or something, or some girl you work with and you guys aren't friends and you go to dinner with her, and are you paying for the dinner? That also matters.
Who cares? It's a guy thing to do.
No.
It's a guy thing to do.
This is the difference
absolutely
between
not.
guy brain and chick brain, because to us, it's like
It's a guy thing to
to
do.
us, it's no big deal.
All right,
so
so that
loud.
girl.
You're so loud.
I know.
Am I?
Who's loud?
He's
Who's
loud.
loud? Am I?
He's loud. Make him lower.
Make him
me
lower.
lower.
Yeah, he's loud.
But no, like, I mean, if I go out with a girl, I mean, even if she's just a friend, I mean, I'll buy drinks or whatever if I can.
No. Let's go back.
Or if I want to.
It's more of a fact.
But
It's
it's like-
a
it's just like a
gentlemanly
guy-
thing to do.
yeah, it's a guy thing to do.
It's a gentlemanly thing.
When
It's
the
like,
waiter lays down the one check, you pick it up.
It's-
Like,
If that's your best friend, sometimes okay. Here's a girl brain. I'm just gonna throw it out to you. Here's a girl brain. If that's someone you've been down with since you're like high school or middle school, college, if that's a friend, that's cool. End of story. Like you went out to dinner with your friend, I can't even be mad about that. I'm gonna go out to dinner. I'd go out to dinner with you. Like that's how we roll. Not a problem. But if this is somebody you just met, yeah, I saw you staring at my tits. Don't think I missed that.
I did.
I'm always
I
staring
know.
at him.
Anyways, so
she caught me.
if you he was trying to be smooth, I was just like, damn you idiot. Anyways, if this is some biddy like you just like met or whatever, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go out to dinner with her, that's emotionally cheating. And if you pick up that tab, F yourself. Go F yourself, because I'm done.
What?
Because listen, I do not care. She can pay for herself. If it's a friend date, if this is just a platonic meeting, there's no reason you should buy her dinner if you're in a relationship with someone else.
Bullshit.
What?
don't.
Okay, but what if it's someone that you're friends with, but you previously had a relationship with?
That's fine. If you're friends with them and it's just that, oh, my girlfriend's coming. I cannot wait to hear her input.
No, Cherish.
No,
go
no.
away.
Yeah.
Go
Go away, Cherish. No, wait a minute.
away.
No, she looks too hot. Bring her in. Bring her in. She's hot.
Bring her in. Bring them out. We're going to go on a mini hiatus for 10 seconds.
What up, shawty?
What up, Shoni? Okay, so we're talking. They said, okay, the men think that if you take this, we're gonna go girl guy brain, and I mean, she thinks kind of like a guy though. A guy takes a girl out to dinner.
Hold on, no, let me ask.
Why do you get to ask?
No, because, all right. So Cherish,
'Cause-
let's say the night that I met Amber. All right, and I met you. Let's say that you and I just hypothetically went out and got drinks. All right, and I paid for your drinks. And I had a girlfriend. Is that considered cheating?
No.
We're not talking about drinks. They did not say drinks. They did not say
Dinner.
Dinner.
Okay,
Dinner.
Dinner. We go to Longhorn and get dinner.
Why are you guys going to get dinner?
Exactly. Why?
Because I was fucking hungry.
No, not that word. But why wouldn't you? Why are you taking some girl to dinner?
I was hungry.
No. There's a reason why'd you take her to dinner?
Because she was the one person that was with me.
Person. You didn't call her a friend, though.
The one female. She was the one person, female, friend, whatever you want to call
Because it looks awkward when you eat by yourself at Longhorn.
It does. If I'm like, yo, you want to go get something to eat? And I go, first of all, I'm a big believer. Like, whenever, like, my friends in Cincinnati will probably attest to this. Whenever I'm like, yo, hey, do you want to go do this or that or this and blah, blah, blah? 9 times out of 10, I'll pay for it. Like, I didn't mind. You know what I'm saying?
They think he's like, girl gets mad when you take another girl to dinner. And I was like, yeah, like if that's not a friend from something else, then why are you taking another girl to dinner?
All right, you have a reason to get mad if I never take you out to dinner. Then you got a reason to get mad at me.
No. If you take a girl out to dinner, no.
I mean, then whatever.
I
wish we could have somebody call in and just like weigh in on this.
Everyone feel free to call in. The number is 813-639-8255. Call in and give your view on this.
Yes, because this is I totally disagree.
We prefer if you're a guy if you called in so we could explain to Amber.
I seriously want some of my friends to call in because I know they're watching.
Okay, now continue on.
But all right, so anyways,
continue on.
Anyways, that's that. All right. The couple of more statistics was percentage of men who have cheated on business trips is 35%. Which I mean, I guess we've already established. I considered it. I've never cheated on my girlfriend ever, but when I had my training in Verizon, I was in Columbus for 4 weeks. So I was in Columbus for a full month. All right. And it was the night of my birthday. And I met some girl at the bar with like people I was training with and went back to my hotel room and she blew me and left.
Why'd she only blow you?
She didn't want to have sex.
You would have though.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Just make sure.
I asked. I'm not ashamed of it. I mean, still got blown. Whatever.
Wait. Why did you have to? If you were you happy in your relationship?
At that time, we were at that particular day we were fighting.
No, I'm not saying that particular
day. Was I happy in my relationship? Yeah. I mean, yeah, my ex and I had like a decent relationship.
So the risk of your ex finding out and you losing her.
She would have never found out.
Oh, that's exactly. Oh my gosh! Continue, men.
Why y'all do it too?
We do, but I mean, we don't get caught mostly.
I mean, now that I'm older, I would just probably straight up just say something.
We'll go into that later. Continue with your statistics.
All right, men/women who have hooked up with an in-law is 17%.
An in-law?
Mm-hmm. Who have hooked up with like a brother, like a sister-in-law or brother-in-law, 17%.
That's. Wow. 17.
Oh no, isn't that high?
If we get married, I will be having sex with your brothers.
2 out of every 10 marriages, that spouse is hooked up with like their brother.
17%?
Well, yeah, but think
17%.
I mean, just think about how many times, the confession is, oh, by the way, before we get married, I had sex with your sister.
No. During the marriage.
Oh, during the marriage.
Yes.
Well, even still.
Even better.
Hey, we're going to Christmas. I'm going to bang your sister.
Why not keep it in the family? Or with your mom. I just banged your mom.
Oh, man, that'd be weird.
No, it depends. Is she a MILF?
My mom?
I
don't know about your mom. Is one of the most beautiful women in the world.
Oh, that's so cute.
I think so too, but my mom was actually second runner-up.
But my mom really is. My mom is beautiful.
I mean, you can't take it. You just said, but my mom really is. By the way, your mom's not really beautiful.
Your mom's not as beautiful as my mom. She's not, Chris. She's not, okay?
Dude, second runner-up for Miss Texas, okay? That beats your mom.
You know what? My mom's a supermodel in Korea. Is your mom a foreign supermodel?
Why would you lie? Why would you lie?
You know what? Don't. Maybe she
don't
really
judge.
is.
Don't judge.
Don't judge.
I know your mom.
No, you don't.
I know her well enough to know she's not a supermodel in Korea. Not that she's not beautiful enough to be. Just saying. I'm not trying to get in trouble here.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Are you gonna spin that backhand?
I was like,
if I could be on camera right now.
She's gonna see this. Oh, there you go. All right, average length of an affair, which I thought this was insane. 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Mine was 9 months.
2 years? How do you not notice?
I mean,
what?
You just make it. I mean, like I would sneak out at night. That was
I'm not that smart.
That was a big thing. I would sneak out at
I would
night.
slip up somewhere. I just know it.
Well, my ex worked in the morning, so he'd be like, oh yeah, I'm going to work in the morning, blah blah blah. He had to work,
so devious.
don't judge me. He cheated on me for 3.5 years. He deserved it.
Wow.
He with different girls. He had random girls. I had one guy, but I was only one guy. It's not like I had sex with a bunch of dudes. It was just one guy consistently for 9 months.
All right.
Anyways, he worked early, so I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go buy groceries while you're sleeping, or I would go be like, oh, I'm gonna go to my friend's house. Like, so if he woke up, like
Would
I
you
already
come back with groceries?
Yeah, one time I did. Actually, one time. Listen,
One time.
Listen, I learned.
I just had to go pick up some Gatorade.
Dude, he was.
Listen, I learned
I
from.
was thirsty.
He was really dumb, man. I'm sorry.
He was. He's such an
No,
idiot.
but that was like one of my excuses. Like I learned well from my dad. Okay, my dad used to go to the grocery store for 3 hours, be like, oh, I'm going to get groceries, come back with a bag of ketchup, and mom would be like,
A
oh.
bag of ketchup.
My dad was a couponer. Anyways, not the point.
Oh my god.
And then my mom's like, oh, you're gone for 3 hours, and he's like, yeah, I had coupons, but you can't. Okay.
See,
not
that's
the
how
point.
she says that they don't get caught. They just date stupid guys.
Okay, that's not the
Yeah,
point. Not the
agreed.
point. Anyways, one time I did get pulled over on the way home at like 5 o'clock in the morning from the booty call's house, and the cop's like, "Why are you speeding?" And I was like, "I cannot get a ticket. How am I going to explain this to Jeremy?" So I'm like, I was like, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, officer. I'm on my way home from a booty call's house, and it was really late, and I was like, I'm just really tired. I want to go home. And he's like, okay, thanks for being honest. He's like, just go home. He's like, you live right there? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, okay, just be safe. I was like, I was so afraid because I was like, I get a
Whenever
ticket.
you're honest with the cops, they're so cool.
They are.
Sometimes.
They are.
I'm not going to be like, hey, I have a bag of cocaine in my car and I just snorted the whole thing. Cops will be like, yeah, you're going to get arrested. Not the point. Anyways, the point is, like, I was so worried about that ticket. I was like, if I get a ticket, yeah, all right. if I get a ticket, I'm going to be screwed because how am I going to explain this? I was
No, you were
at
already
5:30 in the
screwed.
morning. Good. I was.
You were screwed.
Two
literally.
different guys.
All right. Here we go. Marriages that last after the affair, which is I thought was extraordinarily high, is 31%. 31% of marriages last after they find out that there was an affair of some sort on somebody's part, which I thought was crazy.
I don't
But
think
my
that's
mom,
that.
but I mean, my dad cheated on my mom. My mom stayed with him. So
I wonder if it's a generational thing.
I don't know, but I see.
I mean, but girls, man, it goes to the saying like girls stay with douchebag guys.
That's true. I've never understood that.
Okay, but okay.
Reason being is because 9 times, and
we think we can fix them.
not only
We
that,
think we can
I'm
make
not.
them on douchey.
I'm not gonna lie. There was a point in time where I was a really bad boyfriend, and I was a douche. I was a
What?
douchebag.
Chris would never believe that. Not you. You
No,
treat
no.
him so well.
Yeah, I know. But I was, and I
That's why
think,
I touch my stuff.
and it comes from self confidence. Like if somebody, and it was vice versa. She did the same thing to me. You know, if your self confidence is low enough, you feel like that's the only person that you can be with, even if they do treat you like shit. Like it's a mental thing. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
To an extent, also kids. When kids are involved, that's a big
like
thing.
my mom had just
Yeah.
had me.
Yeah. My dad cheated on my mom their whole relationship, and she stayed with him until my little brother graduated because she wanted us all to live in
You
a
want to hear something crazy?
What?
I have a half brother that's 7.5 months younger than me.
Ouch.
that.
Ouch.
Yeah. That's the type of
Ouch.
family drama my mama went through.
Ouch. Nope. I'm
My
done with
mama
that.
too.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm good. Like if you're
I
having a kid,
have a half brother that's
that means you
7.5
hit it
months.
raw. That means you hit it raw. That means you disrespected me and you didn't even wear protection. We're done.
And the kid popped out.
And the kid popped out.
That's like the trifecta.
Jerry,
You didn't even-
Jerry.
You know the lady that my dad cheated on my mom with almost took them on Jerry Springer.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, my mom got an invite to Jerry Springer. She
I've
didn't
been
go.
like, yeah, I'm
obviously.
like, I'm not going.
My
Yeah.
my mom's way too classy of a lady to do that. She'll beat somebody's ass, but she's way too
She's
classy.
like, I'll do it.
But she-
I'll do it without the TV there. I'll do it without
Yeah,
the TV.
She's
yeah.
not
Let's
as
go.
she's not as classy as my mom. My mom
Yeah,
was.
she's white. She's white, but my mom was
Hey,
black
Mom-
at heart. I'm telling
My
you.
mom won
It's a
Miss
wrap.
Congeniality, so you know. Second runner-up, Miss Texas. No
Instead
lie.
of your mama jokes,
swear
we're
to
telling like,
God.
my mom's better than yours.
All right.
we don't measure pieces. Sis, we measure
men who
mountains.
would, all right, so here we go. Men who would cheat if they wouldn't get caught, 74%. Women, it was 68%.
I don't. Okay, this is my thing. I don't give a crap about getting caught. I don't see a point in cheating if you're like if with someone you like.
Agreed.
Like, if I like you, we're having good sex, everything's flowing, it's everything. I don't need anything else.
Yeah.
But I also am a commitment phobe, so that's why I don't get in relationships because I'm like grass is greener syndrome. I'm like with someone, and I'm like, that's like my friend was telling me the other night. He's like, man, you always do the same thing, which
There's always
is
someone better.
I start getting like, I'll like be in a relationship with someone. I'll be like, yeah, but it starts fading, and I'm like pulling myself away, and I'm like, I'm gonna start banging this guy now because I don't know. I always think like I'm gonna miss out on something if that, you know what I'm saying? Like this is this good, but I
the
could have
feeling
something
that I'm
better.
feeling like now.
Insatiable, like I'm
I agree.
insatiable.
Right. And children where infidelity babies is, what's the percentage guess?
29%.
20.
What we got, Chris?
25.
3.
3?
Really?
I know, right? Shocking.
Oh,
That is very
right.
shocking.
And your brother's part of that.
Yeah, my brother's part of the 3%. Congratulations, Brian and Aaron.
2?
He's part.
Yeah.
Damn.
They are part of the elite.
They are. But no, I thought that was absolutely mind-boggling. But
Bottling?
Mind-boggling.
Mind boggling.
So
So when you put all your thoughts in a bottle.
Yep. Don't judge me.
That's what tonight's all about.
And this survey, by the way, was done this year. It was January 1st of this year. This survey was conducted with between 1,000 men and 1,000 women.
I had a friend. She was
So
she
Fun
was raised
facts.
by a single mom because her mom was the other woman. So she
yeah?
was, yeah.
have you ever like gone on? And I'm leading into this, but have you ever gone on to like on your on the computer to like check their email or profiles or anything like that to see? I think we talked about that.
That's how I
once.
found out my ex cheated on me was
Okay.
all those websites he was on.
Have you?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, well,
You have.
the
Everyone has.
reason I ask is when I was looking up these statistics, I found this website. It's called Spokeo.com. It's SPOKEO.com. And you can type in your spouse's or significant other's email address and see what profiles they have linked up to that email address on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Tinder, POF, Glide, Match.com.
Grinder.
And guess what? How much it costs to have this subscription so you can spy?
Free.
$3.95, practically free. I mean,
Is that a one-time fee or is that
it's a 6-month subscription. So for 6 months, you can spy on them.
I don't know. That seems like an invasion of privacy.
You think?
Again, but if you really have to go through all that trouble, if you're really that worried, you shouldn't be with the person.
Exactly my point.
You really, like, some girl told me, she was like, my boyfriend's getting a lie detector test to prove to me that he didn't sleep with
That's
my
so
sister.
ridiculous.
Okay, and I'm like, honestly, like, and I'm like, are you gonna believe? And she's like, but you can cheat on, like, you can lie to those things, and he's the one that told me he can take a Xanny bar and pass it. And I was like, so if he passes it, he's gonna spend, it's like $600. I'm like, if he passes it, you're still not gonna believe him. No, I'm not. And I'm like, so why is he doing it? Yeah. And I was like, and then I look at her, I'm like, don't you think instead of just not trusting him, you should just not be with him? And she's like, well, and I'm like, yeah, exactly my point. Like at that point, like if you really, if
you don't need to be with that
Exactly. If
person
you don't
straight
trust him.
up.
Okay, are you done with your stuff?
You want me? I got the 10 cities. Can I do the 10 cities?
Yeah, do 10 cities.
All right, so the 10 cities where marriages are most likely to go because of infidelity. And then I'll give reasons why after each city. Most of them you'll probably get why just by the names of them. Number 1, Panama City.
Yeah.
It's Panama City in Florida. Sierra Vista, Arizona. And everybody's like, where the hell is Sierra Vista?
I know where it's at.
Do you know where Sierra Vista is?
Yeah.
Okay, if you're ever in the, do you?
No.
If you're ever in the military, you would know where it is.
Yeah, I know exactly where
It's
it
a
is.
military base?
It is a military base,
Oh, that's
and
why.
it's 70 miles west of Tucson. And Tucson, obviously, is a huge college town.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
regardless, college
So,
base.
yeah. Charleston, West Virginia, mainly. And honestly, my dad's from Charleston, West
Go
Virginia.
figure.
Go figure. Son of a bitch. So yeah, Charleston, West Virginia, a bunch of hicks, crazy black people. Medford, Oregon, which is 27 miles from Northern California, so wine country, that area. Reno, Nevada. Deltona, Florida, which is between Orlando and Daytona.
Yeah.
So that's
They're
one.
They're getting vagina on their way.
I guess like on the way between Orlando and Daytona.
Or penis.
Yeah, whatever you choose.
Pueblo, Colorado. It's a large steel city, so mainly a bunch of blue collar workers that probably just go in the bar getting drunk and hooking
I don't
up
want to
with
hear the
random
reasons.
people.
I just want to hear the places.
All right, Palm Bay, Florida, Jacksonville, Florida,
Oh, Florida.
and Grand Junction, Colorado rounds out the top 10.
Okay, so if you want to have a successful relationship, you better move the hell out of Florida.
Yeah.
Just saying. I mean, it's probably because we're all dressed like half naked half the time. That's way too tempting. Okay, so now we're going to get into why do we cheat? I'm sorry, I just wanted to hear myself speak a little.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
It's not like
that's
it's your
why-
You
show.
just want to hear
Yeah.
your voice?
I really was getting like, I'm like, man, I'm not going to talk at all. Like, I'm
no,
over this.
no.
Cherish is used to it.
As she yawns.
Ouch. This is
I love you, Cherish. You look really hot today.
Yeah, oh my gosh,
Thank you.
he was being such a creeper about you before.
He
you got
was.
here.
He
I'm not
was.
allowed to say it
Cherish
on the air,
is
but
so
I can
hot.
tell you after.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Anyways, so why do we cheat? Cheating generally means that you're not fully satisfied with your current partner or you feel that something is missing in the relationship.
Maybe.
If you're happy, why jeopardize it?
Mm.
True story.
Yeah.
When I cheated, I was unhappy. Like, I just didn't want to I felt like I couldn't leave the
I mean, yeah,
relationship.
that's the number one. I think that's the only reason why people.
Huh?
I don't think people.
I said me too.
Yeah. You felt like you couldn't leave, so you don't, but
My
that's
ex.
why
That's why she cheated on her boyfriend. That's why I cheated on her.
not
kind
happy.
of. Yeah, they got into a fight that night, and she cheated on him with his best friend.
That's messed up. But I don't see if
She
it's
was drunk and upset.
I don't
That
care.
was
If,
her
if
reason.
it's
BS.
one night, if it's one night,
That's
and
what she. That's what she said. I'm like, at least she never did that to me, so that I know of.
I guess.
So
But
no,
listen,
I mean, I could
my
be
thing
wrong.
is like, if you're, I don't know, I just feel like it's a coward way out. It is. We all know that. But jeopardizing it, like, if you're happy, why? And if it's one night, I'm not going to cheat on someone because they made me upset one night. This would be like a reoccurring thing. If I was unhappy, and I was, like, I got super fat when I dated my ex because. I know. It's okay. I got super fat, though, because I was so unhappy. But instead of realizing those signs and realizing I should have left the relationship, I was like, oh, I'll just cheat on him because
People
that'll
get
make me feel
comfortable.
better. Yeah.
People get comfortable.
And honestly,
That's all it is.
I honestly want to say
That's
that
all
I
it
was
is.
having sex with the other guy was like almost like a spite screw. Like, honestly, because like when I would do it, like afterwards.
You should have screwed his best friend.
No, that's
No,
rude.
that-
I'm not that girl.
No,
That'd
that's,
have been
No.
the best. That's a
I
spite
nearly
screw.
lost my best friend of 15 years over something like
He
that.
thought but he
What?
thought like him before I cheated on him. Before like I found out how much he was cheating on me. His best friend and I, because he was up in Pensacola because he was in the Navy, so he was up in Pensacola. His best friend lived near me. I was hooking his best friend up with my friends, so me and his best friend hung out all the time. Like I'm talking like the way you and I hang out. Me and his best friend were like down like that, like all the time.
Damn.
And yeah, all the time. So he kept writing.
a lot of
He'd
time.
like tell me all the time. He'd be like, "Are you?" He's like, "Are you having sex with my friend? Are you like all the?" This was his best friends from childhood. Asked me all the time. Was like writing me like because he was in trouble at one time, so he couldn't like call me. So he's like writing me notes. I'm so afraid of you having sex with it. Meanwhile, his best friend tells me he's gay. So yeah, so I can't tell him that though. I can't be like your best friend just told me you were his gay, but he was like accusing me of it. The reason and someone
Did you
always
ever
tells
end
me.
up telling him?
I told him, yeah, this worst mistake because me and his best friend became like really good friends. But that was my boyfriend and my fiance, so I was like, I told him at one point that he asked me not to tell, and I
Like,
actually did.
hey, your
Best friend's gay, you know, blah blah blah, whatever. And
Whatever.
he actually,
No.
what he actually did was he went and told people that his best friend was gay.
What the?
And I was so mad. I was like, why would you do that? He confided in me. Well, blah blah. I'm like, you're a bad friend. Like I'm a better friend than you are. Like I would never tell. Like,
Nah, that's not cool.
and I was kind of doing it just to like protect myself in a way. Anyways, so the next one is when men cheat, basically it means that they are locking or whatever. I can't read my own rating. They are looking
Florida
for some
education for you.
Oh, I made fun of him earlier for the Ohio one.
Yeah.
Means that they are looking for something their girlfriend or wife isn't providing. Often comes down to sex. I hear that a lot. Actually, one of the women I work with, she told me that her and her husband had been together for 17 years, and she's like, we have sex every day. And I was like, really? Every day? You really don't hear that. And she's like, yeah, we have sex every day. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, even if I don't want to, I have sex with him. I'm like, why? And she's like, because if I don't give it to him, he'll find somewhere else to get it. And I was like, that sucks to have to think that way. But at the same time, it's kind of true.
I'm not
It's
gonna
kind of
lie.
true.
I'm all about sex, but damn, every day.
Dude, I'm about that life twice
Yeah,
a day, please.
Absolutely.
I'm about
Every
that
day?
life. Yes.
Yeah, has to be.
Yes.
I'd rather work out.
You're talking about that is a workout.
Yeah, it's
I'd
true.
rather.
I don't know.
I'd rather run.
It's like 3.1 calories.
My
or
job's
something.
just exhausting. Sometimes I come home and just want to fucking go to sleep.
I mean, I could just lay there and you could just do your thing.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about it. I just want to have sex. Like, it's good. Anyways, but
Here, just lay down. I'll blow you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
you just screw my face.
I mean,
I was gonna say it so much dirtier than that, but I stopped myself. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so yeah, but
that's why we're friends.
Yeah, I also read something before, not on here, that said that like men that are I guess infidel or whatever you want to call it. Infidels. That doesn't even make sense.
Bunch of infidels.
People that are practicing infidelity, men particularly, they find it easier to confide in the women that they're having an affair with than their wives. Like they will tell the woman they're having an affair with their like problems and their emotions
because they're not afraid of.
They don't care about
they don't care about losing them or if they vanished off the face of the planet.
And you have to think once, but Boogie, this is my other point of this. Like once you put that barrier between you and your wife, when you start having those secrets and everything, once you started doing that, you break down that you start being unable to trust them. You start being able to like you can't tell them everything because you're like, oh, what if I slip up and tell them?
It's the point of no return.
Exactly, exactly. So that's you need to tell someone. So they're like, oh, I'll tell this idiot I'm screwing rather than my wife because I can't tell my wife because you have this other. It's all this endless cycle. Anyways. Men are explorers. This is from a men's thing. So I'm just giving you this point of view. This is why they say they cheat. A lot of men in serious long-term relationship usually end up cheating after a couple years. Men start to feel stuck. I can't read. Men start to feel stuck and they feel like they're missing out on something.
7-year itch or
that's
3-year
anyone,
itch
but
or 5-year itch.
It is 7-year itch. But
yeah.
Do you guys feel like that would happen?
Like
if you
in general.
Those freaking crabs. I told you about that.
Don't judge me. I told you I was having it looked at, okay?
Okay, we're done. Men also like to explore and try new things, but benefit once they cheat. But the benefit once they cheat, they get it out of their system and realize it's nothing special and won't do it again on some parts. You think that's true?
You think because you think the grass is greener on the other side. It's not. I'm not gonna lie.
I can actually speak from experience and say it is true.
Yeah, it is. No,
so so you cheated. Wait, you cheated once.
Yeah.
And then did you tell her?
No.
Did you get caught? Either or.
Actually, it was one of those things to where I told her I needed to talk, and then she said, "You cheated on me, didn't you?"
Okay.
I'm like, okay, yeah. And
okay, but did the relationship go well after that? Did she ever trust you again?
No.
Okay, but were you ever going to do it again?
No.
Okay.
I never told, but I felt awful.
I regretted it.
Yeah, I felt bad. I felt bad afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend had the other point of view or whatever. He had a girlfriend. He was gone all the time, so he cheated on her. He was gone all the time, so she cheated on him. That's your birth control reminder, your weekly birth control reminder. Please wrap it before you tap it, or take some birth control. Anyways.
No, wrap it. You don't know what else is flowing out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, both.
True story.
Yeah, both. Anyway, but he would go out of town, and when he worked on a towboat or whatever. When he would go out of town. He found out that his significant other, his baby mama, was having another guy at the house. He found out because he got on his computer and some other guy's MySpace was logged in. This is how long ago this was, okay? His MySpace was logged in. He forgave her. They got over it, blah, 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 blah. And then he still didn't trust her. And then he came home off the boat one day early and opened up the back room, which was to his bedroom. And he saw his baby mama with the guy she was cheating on him with, and then his son was sleeping 5 feet away.
Nuh-uh.
And he walked in on that.
Woo!
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, no,
talk about some Jerry Springer type drama.
Oh, my gosh.
Boy.
I don't know how to react to
and
that.
then he left, and they tried working out. It never was the same, obviously, because the trust. But
well, obviously.
But, at that point, honestly, I don't know.
I'm sorry, but if a girl cheats on me, it's deuces. I'm not talking to you anymore.
I think it depends on the situation.
No, it does not.
Yes.
I have to agree with him. I mean, there's been a couple times to where I've tried to make it work. But
it never works.
But the thing is, if you have to try to make it work, that should be an indicator right there that it's
never
done.
It never works. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't. I swear.
How are women so much more forgiving? How are we you could do it one time?
Because you guys get way more emotionally attached.
Exactly.
Screw you. That's not even fair.
But it's just
true.
because it's not fair doesn't make it not true.
I know exactly. It's so true.
I had a guy forgive me.
Twice.
Sucker.
Was it twice or once?
Once.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
I was like, bitch,
yeah, no, my ex and her current boyfriend are still together. My ex and her current boyfriend are still together. I'm straight up. If I ever found out when we were together that she cheated on me with one of my homeboys, first of all, I would beat his ass, and then I would never see her face again, and I would never talk to her again.
Okay, we're gonna stop talking for a minute because Cherish is actually inputting today, and we're gonna like this.
Yes.
So, question: do you think he ever trusted you? I cannot speak today. It's one of those days. Do you think he ever trusted you again?
Yes.
After.
Yes, I told him. So I think me telling him made him be able to get it over it easier.
Do you think it ever bothered him after it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's just like one of those things. Like he doesn't remember it until like something's like brought up about it,
or like something reminds him of it.
Yeah.
I can see that
because he retaliated afterwards, and
yeah, that usually is what happens.
Cheated on me. So. I broke down and cried and told him I was sorry, and I don't cry. So
yeah,
when you see that side of me,
she doesn't cry.
That means I'm sorry.
Yeah. Wait, okay. So do you think it made it when he did the exact same thing you did to him? Do you think like it was clear then? Like it was like clear ground. It was like, okay, well, we're both at this level now. We're good.
Yeah, but he wouldn't tell me.
And he wouldn't tell you he cheated.
He didn't tell me. He didn't give me the respect to tell me that he cheated to like get back at me. So that's what upset me.
Yeah.
But I was over it after that. It's funny because he's going to work this weekend, like where it happened.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, you're gonna see your girlfriend?" He's like, "No, she doesn't work there anymore."
And you're like, "Yeah, right." But honestly, her and they're not together, but her and him, like, they do have the best like friendship ever. So that I think it honestly, I feel like it does depend on the relationship. Like, I feel like you guys have something that's so ridiculously strong that it was able to overcome that. Granted, you guys aren't together now, but you guys don't hate each other. You guys are best friends. You guys raise a child together. So that's your number one, no matter what.
Yeah, it's like it ended before it happened again.
Yeah, exactly. But you think it would have happened again?
No, I would have ended it before it would have happened again, is what I'm saying.
You wouldn't have wanted to hurt him that way.
Yeah.
Again. Okay, I got you. See, look at it. We got see when everyone's quiet, we get her. We had to do that today. Okay, so another one is the reason there's some benefits they think, or like there's more than one person that think this too. Benefits to cheating because of, and this is what I always think about cheating, and I think this is like my dude brain thing of this. Men and women are both evolutionary creatures. Like everything is evolutionary. Like we develop and all this stuff. So by our primal instincts, regardless if we evolved or not, men are meant to spread their seed all over the place. Women were meant to like one person, we take it, whatever. Sorry, that's the way. I mean, I'm not saying we're all the same because obviously I'm not that girl, but I'm saying like with guys though. So it's kind of hard for me ever to think a guy could completely remain faithful the whole time because it's in his nature to want to see what else is out there to spread his seed.
Well, it's like the old saying, like you can always look but you can't touch. One of my managers when I worked in Cincinnati, he was like he's been married for 17 years, but this dude is the biggest horn dog I've ever met in my life. Like he had all kinds of girls that would come and talk to him, but he always said, he was like, I will always look and flirt and all that good stuff. He's like, but I will never cheat on my wife. And he was talking to females that look like a million times better than his wife. And I love his wife to death. But like that was one thing that always got me. So I think it is possible. Like this man, like even though like he'll like joke around and flirt and whatnot, it is possible. It doesn't mean that he'll cheat.
And looks have nothing to do with it because when you find that person you're compatible with and all that shit, like, and I think that's where we like society. I think as a society, okay, first of all, we jump into marriage way too quickly. We jump into relationships way too quickly, which is why people end up getting hurt and why people end up in these bad situations and get cheat on, or we cheat because we don't look for something like. What am I trying to say? We don't take the time to actually look for something that we want or we need. I think
sometimes the issue is that we are looking.
Or no, I'm not saying even that, but I'm saying you don't. Okay, I know what I don't want in a partner. And I know that if I found what I do want, maybe that would make me want to settle down.
Mm-hmm.
But at the moment, I have never found that, which is why I choose not to be in a relationship. And I think that's what people like. I know a girl that she goes from.
You can't see through people's flaws.
Well, she goes from relationship to relationship. She's always looking for something else. Me, I know exactly what I'm looking for. She doesn't know what she's looking for. She's just searching. Me, it's like I'm not like
you got to know yourself too.
Yeah, but exactly. But this is people get into these
where
relationships without
an adult human being in general.
Exactly, but you don't. I don't know. How many people that are adults are actually adults? Let's be real with that, or mature in general. Okay. Anyways, next, take significant other for granted. That is benefits to cheating. After a while, you start taking your significant other for granted. Cheating usually involves lustful feelings of physical attraction, nothing long term.
Yeah.
Cheating is disrespectful towards your partner, but at the very least, it may make you appreciate your lover a lot more. As Chris said, it made him appreciate who he is with. Or it can help you realize your misery. That's what it did for me. I realized when I was cheating all the time, I was like, because honestly, I was doing it. I didn't want him to find out, but I secretly did. Like, it was one of those things, like, I wasn't going to tell him myself.
Like, haha, like you treat me like shit.
But the minute, like, I remember the exact time he grabbed my phone. I had never got caught. I deleted all the messages. I was so good about it, like, to the point where I almost broke my phone one time to cover up my ass from cheating, like, from getting caught for cheating. Like, that's how bad it was. But he caught me, and he went, my friend had texted me something about the guy I was, like, cheating on him with. He opened up my phone. I was in the shower. He came in the shower, and he opens it, and I get out of the shower real quick, and I'm about to go to work, and I'm like, shit. And he's like, can't believe you cheated on me, da-da-da, and starts going, I knew it. And I looked at him, I go, how does it feel? And he looked at me, he's like, what? And I was like, how does it feel? And he's like, this hurts so bad. And I was like, you've done this to me for 3.5 years. I did it to you for 9 months. And he's like, 9 months? Are you kidding me? And I was like, just like,
because dudes, I feel like when you get cheated on, you feel so emasculated.
But yeah, that's what he said to me. Like, the rest of the relationship was like, you emasculated me. But he did it to me for 3.5 years. That's all I could say to him. Like, he looked at me and I was like,
that's on him. You know what I mean?
My thing was, the thing with me, when I realized that it wasn't going to ever work again, in which I stayed in the relationship after he found out for another year and a half. Yeah. I stayed in the relationship because I was an idiot and I thought that we could fix it, whatever. I wasn't sorry for cheating. I was never sorry for cheating. And that was the biggest thing. I didn't feel guilt. I didn't feel anything. All I felt was like, this is what you get. Like, screw me over. You did this to me. You made me look dumb for 3.5 years. Everyone but you knew I was screwing some other guy for 9 months. By the way, you look dumb.
That's
what is funny too about that is like he would go out places with him. With you there.
I'm not gonna lie. I was we'd go to his house and hang out. We'd go to the guy I was cheating on him's house. Like, he wouldn't let me go over to the guy's house by myself. I was like, I'm gonna go hang out with my friend, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, I'm going with you. And I was like, no, and so I texted, hey, he's coming with me. And he'd be like, oh, okay.
Whatever,
so,
he deserved it.
Yeah, he did deserve it. And that's what, all I said, as soon as I got out of the shower and he accused me of it, I just looked at him in the eye. I didn't say sorry, I didn't say anything. I just looked at him and go, how does it feel? Because at that point, I wanted him, and I looked at him and go, I wanted you to feel exactly how I felt, but worse, because you did it to me for 3.5 years. At that point, I should have left the relationship. He should have left the relationship. If you were in something just to be vindictive or anything like that, it's over with. It should have been over with. It didn't. We kept going, and it just kept getting worse. We kept lying, and just everything got worse, and everyone got more miserable. But anyways, so they say that cheating can be beneficial because it's a wake-up call. It shows you, you appreciate your level more. You start taking things for granted. The person buys
you can get great sex out of it.
Yeah, that is also true. Angry sex.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Rough, angry sex.
I was going to ask, do some people cheat just because they want to have their cake and eat it too?
I think that's a big thing. Yeah, that's my thing. I kept cheating because I wanted my cake and eat it too. I was like, oh, I have a boyfriend. He's so emotionally there, but
you guys are so experienced in this whole cheating thing.
I've only cheated.
I've only cheated one time.
Really?
That was it.
I cheated with one person
because I didn't. And the reason
does that count?
No, and the reason why I didn't do it after that is because I didn't like the way I felt afterwards. I felt like that I had portrayed someone that I truly cared about, and I felt like that it wasn't the straw that broke the camel's back, but it definitely was the spark that started the fire.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. Like, if you have those, again, why would you jeopardize something good if you really, really want to be in it? Really, really want to be in it. But the thing for me is like, well, at first, I will say there are times I felt guilty, and then the sex made that go away. I'm sorry. The sex, and I had
your penis inside me just
no, but I had sex with the guy afterwards.
Clears all my feelings.
I had sex with the guy afterwards, and there was nothing there. It was literally just the okay. So we're gonna go into what Dr. Ruth says because Dr. Ruth is an expert on this shit. So let's go with it. Dr. Ruth says if you cheated on your spouse, keep your mouth shut. I listen to Dr. Ruth. I think she's a smart woman.
Bada boom.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. If a guy cheats on me, I want to know. I want to know because I probably will forgive you.
I would want to know, and then I would want to know why.
The worst answer my ex kept giving me was, I don't know. How do you not know what is missing? And
he knew.
He knew. I'm not in love with you.
know.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not like that. My friend tried saying the other day, she's like, no, he loved you. He loved you. You guys were, I was like, bitch did not love me.
Nah,
that guy did not love me.
You don't do that to people you love.
For 3.5 years? No. I mean, he loved me as a friend, but he was never in love with me. Anyways,
no.
If it's in the past and has no... If it's in the past and has no impact on your current marriage, then no one benefits from the truth.
Yep.
Good story, true story. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. So that's I completely agree with that as well. If say we didn't get over something and it just happened and you went and banged a biddy down the road or whatever. If you come home and tell me you're like, listen, like, blah, 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 and I'm gonna ask why. If you were drunk or whatever, that's one thing. But if there's something lacking in the relationship, let's talk about it. If we can't figure it out, then we need to, if it's never going to happen again.
Shit does happen.
Yeah, but the trust is going to be broken for a while, but we could get it back. It's something we could get back.
I mean, you're on lockdown at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to have more trust if
like,
you tell me rather than keep it from me.
The disrespect, and I think that's why he was able to trust you again, is because you were honest with it. Okay, so now we're going to get to my favorite line of the week, tip of the week. Whoop, whoop. We'll start with Brandon.
All right, my tip of the week. This goes for any girls who don't like to swallow. And the reason that you should is because one ejaculation contains the same amount of proteins, vitamins, and minerals and amino acids as an 8-ounce steak, 10 eggs, 6 oranges, and 2 lemons.
That's why I'm so healthy, you guys.
So... drink up.
So bad. Chevy, you got one?
I do not have one because work sucks, but I would say if you want a good workout, get Zumba Core. It sucks.
It sucks? Wait, how does that have anything to do with it?
It doesn't. But it could give you better stamina. So for girls, if you're on top, it can get your shit together and you can last longer. There you go.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm kind of thrown off guard. I didn't really have one today, which sucks because it's my tip of the week. My tip of the week is going to be,
Don't get caught.
I actually plan this.
Don't
I've
caught.
known this for a week.
No, here's my tip of the week. If you're going to have anal sex, use as much lube as possible. There can never be too much lube involved in anal sex. I promise you.
I remember you told me, you're like, just put on a lot to the point where you're like, holy shit, that's a lot. And then just put on a little bit more.
Yes,
I never forgot that.
Yeah.
I will always remember that.
This is my point. Put it on her bumhole. Put it on yourself. And then just keep putting more on because not the whole thing, but seriously, there's never with that tightness and that has no lube on it. So you just need to make sure spit is not just going to work. You have to have lube. You have to have lots of lube. So my tip of the week is...
it's all the use in pornos.
Exactly. Lube up. We're going to be porn directors. I'm the fluffer.
Oh, yeah?
You could actually be in it because you look good naked.
I don't know.
And I'm going to do an epic score.
Yeah, he's going to win the Big Woody. The big black
God.
Woody. Anyways, this has been Sexually Educated. I'm your host, Amber Rose Bentley.
I'm Brandon Storms.
Cherish Monique.
We'll see you next week. Have safe sex.
This program was brought to you by the Internet Broadcasting Organization, setting the standard for new media broadcasting.